from Ntuli. Here we go. We've got Kasim on the front side. Goal time! Dayan Kasim with the very first goal of this Day 2 CTM Showdown with a great start. Great ball in to the left-hand side. Ball across. Goal time! And it has come off number 10, Keenan Horn.
Thought he was injured, but no, he was just probably playing possum, Jayson. As good ball by Sam Vimbi.
And it will be Eustace. Eustace with a drag flick. Goal. Eustace and Guys Brown on the top. It will be Guys Brown again to the bottom right-hand corner. Just as he did it yesterday. Yesterday winning himself a penalty stroke. Today it is a goal. On the top of the castle. Guys Brown with another massively well-placed drag flick into the bottom left-hand corner, just for not being 5. It's a second warning coming in from the men's Olympic side. Opportunity. Goal time! The under-21 men are on the board. Number 13, Trevor Delora with a goal, putting his team on the scoreboard. What a great shot that was.
Goeiemiddag, molweni, sanbonani, and welcome to CTM Showdown Day 3, where it's the South African national men's hockey up against their junior counterparts in the South African under-21. And it's Day 3 of the CTM Showdown. A very, very good afternoon. My name is Lilitha Bodlani, and I'm joined none other than a local coach, local empire, and for his spare time, he also does some fitness work. It is Jayson Clancy. Pleasure to have you, brother.
Well, good afternoon, Lilitha, and as always, a pleasure to be here at the CTM Showdown, day number 3. An amazing 2 days of hockey that we've had so far. The Olympics men playing in white, and the Under-21 Junior World Cup side playing in black. And, of course, the Olympics men's side leading the series 2 games to 0 so far.
Olympics men leading 2-0. As you might have seen, some of the changes in the team, none other than the looking to be third-time Olympian, Austin Smith is in the side. Also, a surprise entry in Mo Meir. He's also in the side. And Rustin Abrams, number 17, is also in the side. Couple of changes happening for the SA men's side, and changes for the junior side. Well, just only one change is none other than Sam Vimbi. He's gone in straight to the under-21 side just to get some much needed game time, as well as we welcome all our international viewers. If you just joined us, a very good afternoon and welcome. We are currently live on SA Hockey Facebook page as well as Square Sports YouTube page, Jayson.
Yes, absolutely, guys. If you are joining us all over the country, a very warm welcome to you. We hope that you enjoy the day of hockey that we've got up ahead for you. Both teams very fired up, both teams ready to play this game. That we've had some amazing hockey, like I said earlier, in the last 2 days, the first 2 days of the series. And we're looking forward to another 2 days of great hockey. Of course, our umpires for the day here will be Jacques Nel on the far side and Michelle Hubert, an Olympic umpire herself, on the near side on the cameras. We're about to get the game underway. The SA Olympic men's side, of course, leading this series 2 games to 0. Under-21s have a lot of work to do if they're going to pull this series back. And, of course, they will have something to prove leading up to their respective tournaments as well. We are well underway. And another wonderful overhead, as we've seen many times in this first 2 days, Lilitha.
Another one indeed. And the under-21s, again, starting with the ball, looking for another strong start. They've done this before in the last 2 games. They're looking to do the same thing in the 3rd day. And these under-21s will be looking to improve on their latest of games.
Under-21s, again, as they have been in the first 2 series, putting pressure on this Olympic side. Sherwood with the ball into the middle. And winning his team the first long corner of the day.
Sam Vimbi just making passes and connections through the ball and Guy Morgan just marshalling his defense from the back.
Another new name here on this number 29 in the under-21 side, Zinani Krai, joining us here at the CTM Showdown series. Great to see him here as well. Wonderfully talented under-21 player as well. And great to see some new names in here, some diversity, a lot of different players coming in from all different walks of life, Lilitha. As the Olympics men rather, Tevin Koch in the middle. And the ball going out for the first men's Olympic long corner of the day.
Indeed, some new names as this team will look to as Austin Smith driving forward and Nick Spooner. But it's a turnover. Trevor Delora.
Trevor Delora with 2 Olympic men's players to deal with. Great skill. Oh, just unable to keep the ball in. Cheeky lift into Delora's backside there from Glingwana. And Peebo to Drummond, to Matthew Guysbound, that powerhouse of a defender. With that massive overhead again. Great ball into space for the Olympic men. Keenan Horn. Keenan Horn dispossessed, and a big whistle coming for the short corner. And the Olympic men have won themselves the first penalty corner of the day. Umpire Michelle Hubert very decisive in giving that penalty. And here we go. Once again, Lilitha, an opportunity for the Olympics men to score off a short corner, which they have done so many times. You saw in the second day, Matthew Guysbound, 2 beautiful drag flicks into the bottom corners. And what are we expecting here today?
I think we're expecting another Matthew Guysbound, but then again, there is Austin Smith. He's also incredibly dangerous in the short corners. Will it go to
Guysbound? Guysbound with the first goal in the first 4 minutes of today's CTM Showdown Day 3 with a beautiful, beautiful drag flick into the center. I think the keeper maybe expected it to go either left or right and low as he has done in the first 2 days, but he has decided not to. Under 21s with a huge overhead into the corner. Peter Jarvis on the ball, and he's dispossessed. Spooner with the drive out. Nice breakaway, heavy tackle coming in on Clinton Panther from the under-21 defense. That was Sam Mvimbi. And Tyson Glingwana, great take from him. These boys are hungry. Dayan Kasim, a very dangerous player. He is ball across. And not managing to get any players on the other side of it. Very interesting change over here, Lilitha. We've got Sam Mvimbi now playing for the under-21 side. Wasn't he playing in the Olympic side not 2 days ago?
He was playing in the Olympic side, but I think it's also just a matter of game time needed for the youngster. He is still 21. He is still in the side actually for the under-21s, and he's also going to the Olympics, but I think it's just rather game management and game time needed, especially for this talented midfielder.
Absolutely talented indeed. Sherwood on the ball on the right hand side. Under-21s, ball into the circle. Great skill. Oh, he's just gone wide. Peter Jarvis going down to the ground, trying to get the ball into the net. Just missing it. Great individual skill from Sherwood on that right-hand side, and Jarvis just unable to get enough on it to put it into the back of the Olympics men's net.
Of course, that's Sherwood. You've talked about him, and on the last 2 games, he's been dangerous. He's been one of the key guys in this under-21 side. He'll be looking to add goals to his skills.
Heavy whistle coming in from Michelle Hubert on this right-hand side. The under-21's not happy with the decision, but it has to be.
There's no hockey without drama, Jayson.
Absolutely. And Clinton Panther giving that free hit away as a result of his shielding of the ball.
Of course, these under-21s teams, they've still got tournaments still to come. the AFCON is coming up, and of course the Junior World Cup later on this year. And this is good preparation for the youngsters, making sure that they get enough game time and enough preparation for their tournament still to come.
Davies on the ball now. Plenty of pressure from Diane Kasim. Oh, Diane Kasim's got to be very careful about that hand. And sometimes, Lilitha, we get a much better angle than what we should.
Indeed we do, and Dane Kasim just nearly just trying to put hands on his player, just enforcing him not to get to the ball first. Momia.
Another new name joining us in this SA Men's Olympic squad. Momia, also a very talented player. Hoping to make a difference for his team today as well. Of course, we've had some fairly decent scores against this under-21 Junior World Cup side. 4-1 in the first game, and a rather large score in the second as well. Opportunity. Jacques van Tonder with a great ball in. We've got number 24 on the ball, Cameron Leforster. Ryan Julius with a counter-attack for the SA Olympics men. To Spooner. Spooner with some space on the right-hand side. Running straight into a defender. Mpumelelo Mapumulo.
He's on the 21 side, just trying to control the game, and it's going to be important for them to also tick boxes. As you mentioned, Jayson, they lost the second game 6-1, and even though coach Sihle Ntuli was actually impressed with the side, and regardless of the score, they still need to come together and still play some good hockey.
Absolutely, Lilitha. We've still got 2 days of hockey left. We've still got an opportunity for the under-21s to draw in this series, which they will definitely be looking to do. Not going to give the men of the Olympic side the satisfaction of saying that they have won. I think we saw a little bit of a heated contact coming in yesterday as well, or Thursday rather, as we've got a good ball out to Mo Mia. Mo Mia with some opportunity to show some great individual skill, dispossessed by Van Tonder. And some great play between Mvimbi and Sherwood on that right-hand side. Ooh, and a missed pass.
Lapse of communication there from the players, and now it's all on Billy Ntuli right now on the ball.
Billy Ntuli with great aerial skills on that right-hand side. Ball across. Nothing coming from it. A white shirt just cannot get on the end. And here we go. Opportunity for the under-21s.
Don't you just love it when players just look at the umpire, hoping that the decision will change?
Not in my experience. It never has, Lilitha. It never will. Guy Morgan, the captain for the under-21 lads, on the ball as he gives it across all the way. Under-21s making full use of that trough. Jared Campbell giving the ball away. Mo Mia here, number 20 for the Olympic side. Ryan Julius, let's see if they can create something between the two of them. Very calm and controlled calls from Spooner, but here we go. Marvin Simons on that left-hand side. Ball across and off from the keeper, off of Gowan Jones into a man of his own defense.
Silky skills from Marvin, just showing you that he too also an international for the indoor, earning his team into a dangerous position and thus in the short corner for the under-21s. It's their first penalty corner. Jayson, can we expect a goal from them?
Lilitha, I might, at the risk of sounding a little bit biased, I would love to see the under-21 score early in this game and give the SA Olympics men's a run for their money, but it's all up to them.
Trevor Laura pushing.
And they have done it!
Goal time!
What a beautiful goal from Guy Morgan, the captain, bringing his team back up to be level with the SA men's Olympics side. Beautiful drag flick into the top left-hand corner. And the score is at 1-1. Lilitha, my bias, it's there. It's worked.
It worked to a charm as Guy Morgan hit a top left corner just past Gowan Jones, and the under-21s are looking to be on the up right now. It's 1-1 the score. Less than 5 minutes left. Game on.
Absolutely, 5 minutes to go in this first chukker. Lilitha, that's going to be a massive mental boost to this under-21 side. To be drawn with the SA Men's Olympics side so early in the game, they are going to be hungry for this win.
Going to be hungry, and SA Men's team now need to show some bit of calmness and experience from their side as Pipo Limbete on the ball.
Limbete with a great ball through to Tevin Koch. Tevin Koch to Dane Kasim. Dane Kasim looking for a penalty corner, but Michelle Ubad is not budging. The ball is going back and forth between the two teams now. Luke Weinfurt winning that ball against a very, very energetic Tyson Glungwana.
This Olympic side looking for some quick ball, as you might have heard from the players, and they're going to need this coming into the Olympics, which is within the next couple of weeks, as the men's are currently preparing, and they are drawn in Pool B, where they've got the world champions in Belgium, Great Britain, Germany, Canada, and let's not forget the Euro champions in Netherlands.
Tyson Glungwana Tyson Glungwana, the under-21s don't think he was 5, but the overhead was played towards him, which is actually dangerous, Lilitha, and the ball is getting given to the Olympics men's side.
Dangerous indeed, and I mean, both teams, they got to show a bit of discipline. I mean, I was taught in school that we can't be talking to umpires. It's their umpires, it's their decision. It must be final, and you can't be arguing with them all the time.
Absolutely, and we did see there that number 13, Trevor Delora. He was questioning Michelle, but happy with the decision she's made. Here we go, Tyson Glungwana on that right-hand side, across the ball. It might have hit a foot, and Michelle Ubad happy to give the long corner. Nick Spooner to take it. Limbete instead. Bell into the goal. Keenan Horn with an effort on it, and the ball coming up dangerously, I believe, towards one of the Olympics players in white, and penalty corner. Opportunity for the men's Olympic side to regain the lead once again.
Regain the lead indeed. I just love the way that the SA men just do a little bit of a dummy, as like they do in rugby, where if it was not Nick Spooner taking it, it's Pipo Limbete looking for the ball, and now can they increase the lead with Keenan Horn stopping the ball, and it's Tevin Koch, the ejector.
Guys Brown and Bell on the top. It's going to be Guys Brown. Guys Brown with a low! And deflected off Van Tonder's stick into the top of the net. And it will be another Guys Brown goal. SA Olympics men, 1 goal up again. It is 2-1 currently. But the Delora and Sherwood, the combination, haven't had their full yet. Here we go, ball in. We've got an opportunity. Goal time!
Wow.
Within 30 seconds of the SA Olympics men scoring, we've got a goal on the other side. Trevor Delora with a final touch, drilling it into the back of the Olympics men's net. Wow, Lilitha, second chukker, first half at least.
Talk about goals. We went from Matthew Guys Brown scoring, and now we've got Trevor Delora scoring. It's game on, and It's 2-2 the scores. Boy, do these youngsters look fired up today.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching here at home on Facebook and on Squared Sports on YouTube, share this link with your family and friends who love hockey, because they are going to want to see this. It is the first chukker. There are 2 minutes left. The goals are 2 goals apiece for this Olympics men's side against the under-21. 20 seconds between the Guys Brown goal and the Delora goal. It's been absolutely fantastic. We have got a game on our hands. Here we go. The under-21 men fired up here today. They are not going to take the losses anymore. They are in it to win it.
Both teams will be looking to get into halftime, at least either one in the lead, as the under-21s now looking really, really confident in their play. Nick Spooner.
Nick Spooner dispossessed. A little bit of a battle of pace here between Peter Jarvis and Mo Mia. Another heavy whistle coming in from the umpires. Lilitha, things are getting heated here. Just over a minute to go in the first chukker.
It's indeed getting heated, and in that midfield battle, Sam Vibi just marshalling his under-21 troops and playing against, well, his senior teammates, and it's an incredible midfield battle.
Absolutely. What a great game of hockey that we've had here so far.
Just seconds remaining. Mo Mia giving the ball to Matthew Guys Brown. 2 goals to his name today, and unfortunately Tyson Lungwana just couldn't get the ball. What a first 15 minutes we've had here.
Absolutely. 4 goals in the first chukker of this game. Absolutely incredible end-to-end hockey that we are seeing. The under-21s are going, or looking at least, to slow the ball down. Here we go. Tevin Koch to Diane Kasim. Nick Spooner running up hard on that top there. He's going to receive it, is he? Penalty corner. In the dying seconds of this first quarter. Now 14 seconds to go, and Diane Kasim, the combination of him and Nick Spooner, have won themselves a penalty corner. Won't it just make things interesting for the Olympic men to score another goal here?
Oh, it would be indeed, and I hate to be that commentator's curse, but I'm looking at Matthew Guys Brown with 2 goals already, having a first half, or first chukker hat-trick rather. Can he do it?
And further than that, Lilitha, it will be his second hat-trick in two games. What a pleasure it would be for him.
Tevin Koch.
Guys Brown, it will be. Guys Brown deflected off the stick of the under-21, number 18, Tevin Peterson. And Peterson denying Matthew Guys Brown that hat-trick in the first chukker. Lilitha, first 15 minutes, 2 goals apiece. What a great game of hockey we're seeing here so far.
What a great game indeed. Jayson has 4 goals in that first 15 minutes. The under-21s looking really, really good right now. Yes, they conceded in the short corners, but they look to rectify that as the game goes on with 2 infield goals. I'm loving the combinations, I'm loving the talking, and I'm loving what Coach Sihlin Tuli had said. He had spoken about it in the previous 2 games about his team and how they need to gel together, work together just to tick those boxes, and I feel like they're slowly but surely doing that, Jayson.
Absolutely, and that is exactly what the purpose of these series is to do. Lilitha, is to find the holes in your play and to correct them, of course. And if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, all over the country, watching on Squared Sports on YouTube and of course on Facebook Live, a very warm welcome to all of you. We'd like to thank our amazing hosts, the Northwest University Hockey Department, and Sean Hulley and his team making sure that all the facilities are ready and prepped to a world-class level for this game to happen. And of course to all of our sponsors for the men's Olympic side and the under-21 Junior World Cup side, the Northwest University being a sponsor of those teams themselves, TK Sports South Africa, and of course CTM here at the CTM Men's Showdown. It is the end of the first quarter. There's the second quarter is about to get underway. Umpires Michelle Hubert and Jacques now preparing for that. the teams will take the field. The SA Men's Olympic side have 2 goals, and the SA under 21 side have 2 goals. It's going to be another cracking second 15 minutes.
Speaking of cracking second 15, and the SA Men's just make a keeper change as Sia Nonchalungu has come onto the park, and we're going to see what he brings as the second chaka starts. Sam Vimbi disputing the ball. Wow. What an end-to-end stuff we had in the first chaka. Can we get the repeat in the second?
Absolutely, and just a wonderful testimony, or testament at least, as we come here with Sherwood, Marvin Simons rather. Goal time! Goodness gracious me. Cameron Leforestier has got himself a goal that put them into the lead against the SA Men's Olympic side. The goal was given and time stopped straight after, as Tyson Lingwana seems to be in a little bit of trouble.
I think it was just a shot from the ball. I read it was just the shot from the ball as it ricocheted through, as Tyson Lingwana is down right now, needing medical attention. But as you said, what a goal indeed, as the under-21s are up in the lead, as Sam Vimbi is just calling his troops, just making sure they calm down while they're in the lead right now, making sure that they don't get anything hectic or too excited, as there's still a lot more minutes left.
Absolutely, Marvin Simons giving that ball across. Great individual skill from him, and of course Cameron Leforestier with the final touch into the back of the men's Olympics net, as Tyson Lingwana has been led off the field to receive some medical attention by what looked to be his hand. And the under-21s men's side leading 3 goals to 2.
Leading 3 goals to 2, and the SA Men's will be looking now to, first of all, not get any more injuries, and secondly, playing well, as Sam Vimbi is now on the ball, looking to control it, and indeed he does.
Lilitha, the field energy on this field is electric right now. You can see both teams have been fired up. Both teams have found their spark. Neither of these teams wants to lose this game. They are going to go for it. Mustafa Kasim winning that overhead. One of the under-21 defenders not being 5. And opportunity for the men's Olympic side to come back from this 3-2 score deficit.
Of course, and under-21s looking for a counter-attack now.
Jared Campbell to Marvin Simons. Marvin Simons with the ball across, picked up by Sherwood. Just cannot keep a hold on it. Might have come off his foot.
SA men's side look to go forward again with Clinton Panther on the ball, but he's dispossessed by Sam Vimbi, and it's all under-21s at the moment.
Marvin Simons with plenty of space on that right-hand side. Campbell back to Mbete, or Vimbi rather.
If you just joined us, a very, very good afternoon. We've seen 5 goals already, and the game's not even over, as the under-21s now looking to get more goals in. Billy Ntuli
with a very heavy tackle coming in there from Lembete. And free hit is awarded to the under-21 side. Van Tonder with the ball now.
But you see, that's what experience can do for you, Jayson, with the likes of Sam Vimbi, Jacques Van Tonder, just leading and calming down his players. And the SA men's side will need to look more of that, more from Austin Smith, more from Tim Drummond. The experienced guys need to rally his troops now in order to come back in this game.
Absolutely. Ball across here to Joshua Davies. Marvin Simons receiving a heavy tackle for his efforts. Cameron Leforestier to Van Tonder. Ryan Julius, very calm and composed head from him. And very interesting to see in goals there. Sia Noloshungu again playing for the under-21s in the first 2 games of this series. And Olympics men over the top of the goal there. We'll restart with a 16 for the under-21 men's on that far right hand side.
The under-21s right now trying to head towards another goal, and the SA men's side look to reboot. Good passage of play, and Aiden just getting the ball forward, but to no avail, as now the senior men's are starting over with the 16.
Momia with a bit of a push there from the 19, Aiden Tun. And great effort over there from Joshua Davies to relieve his team of some pressure. Ball into the middle, Dayan Kasim. Dayan Kasim with a reverse. And just to the left-hand side of Kyle Coker's goal.
PMT is what is known for in sports, and the SA men's side need more of that. They'll need to look at experienced players such as your Keenan Horn, such as your Nick Spooner, People Mbete, also Tim Drummond. They'll need to pick their side up now.
Just a correction there on the previous comment. Is actually, in fact, Tane Bird in goals for the under-21s. Relatively quiet game he's had in relation to field play, but here we go, opportunity here for the under-21s. Under-21s ball across, and nothing coming of it.
Under-21s looking threatening right now.
The umpire's not happy with where the ball is being placed. Of course, the 16 has to be in line with where it went out, and of course in line with the 16 mark. But it looks like this ball has gone out on the side.
Massive overhead.
Big overhead from Matthew Guys Brown to Momia, being broken down by Neil Roth.
Austin Smith just starting over, and I told you again, Austin Smith making his competitive debut in the series. He's looking to have his 3rd Olympic tournament.
Dayan Kasim with a reverse shot. And again, putting it just to the left of Tane Bird's goal. The men's Olympic side looking a little bit more hungry than they did in the first chukka. Plenty more opportunities coming for a field goal. They're going to need to start converting some of those. Opportunities don't come every 2 minutes. And they need to capitalize, Lilitha.
And you're right, they'll need to capitalize on these chances, because they're going to go into not just only Olympics, but later on and in the years to come, they'll be having Commonwealth Games. They'll be having also African Cup of Nations, and of course a World Cup. So they're going to need to use all that they can so that they can use these chances.
100%. Dayan Kasim with great individual skill. A little bit of a body check coming in there from the defense, but the umpire sees nothing wrong. Neil Roth to Guy Morgan. Roth and Morgan trying to get it out into the corner, dispossessed.
SA men's right now, as you said, Jayson, are looking very hungry. As Tyson Lungwana looking to make his return to the park. Momia on the ball right now, getting back to 2-goal Matthew Guys Brown.
Momia with space on the right-hand side. Ball driven in. Back with the Olympics men. Long corner.
Just 6 minutes remaining until half-time, and the U21s right now defending for their lives as another Olympian in Clinton Panther.
Delora. Massive pressure being put on by the Olympic side. Delora has got the ball again.
And the 21 players right now just using all the areas of the field, switching it from left to right, earning themselves a long corner. As Jacques Nel is not happy where the long corner ball was.
Zenani Cry back to his defense. Van Tonder. Guy Morgan, the captain. Driving flick into the circle, just to a little bit wide of where his players were standing. Not able to connect with any of the attackers inside that circle.
It'll be interesting to see what both teams do at half-time as Tyson Luan is on the ball right now.
Glad to see him back onto the field, Lilitha, after getting a little bit of a knock to his hand. And here we go, under-21s looking to drive hard forward. Here we have the under-21s. The ball has come off a body. And a penalty corner for the under-21s men, an opportunity to extend their lead for the first time in this series against the Olympics men's side. Very, very great play by every single one of those team members, working very well together, getting their passes connected, driving it into the circle, getting themselves an outcome.
Getting themselves an outcome indeed, and this is what Coach Sitlintuli will want from his charges. The moment opportunity comes, they can strike at any time, as Sam Vimbi looking to inject the ball, and I'm either thinking Guy Morgan or Jacques van Tonder drag.
Van Tonder, it is the little bit messy at the top, but we've got an opportunity still. The ball has been lifted and it will go out for a free hit for the Olympics men's side.
4 minutes left, and the SA men's side will look to rebuild from the scoreline.
Ball given away by the Olympics men with an overhead. Peter Jarvis just unable to hold on to it. Momia on the left-hand side, a great pull from him, but he's dispossessed. Here we go with Cameron Lafortier.
Trevor Delora once again just, you know, having a little word at the players. It's nice to see players also just have that, you know, that confidence about them.
And one of the under-21 players going down, Mvimbi on the edge of the circle looking for a penalty corner. He might have been hunting for that a little bit. Jacques Nel not having any of it and giving the free hit the other way.
More like soccer players, you know, whenever they, I don't know, I don't like to say fake it, but hey, fake it until you make it, right?
Absolutely, Lilitha. Here we go with an opportunity. Billy and Tuli with a reverse stick. Goal time! Mustafa Kasim putting his name on the scoreboard with just over 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. The goals currently stand at 3 goals apiece. SA men's Olympic side with a very well-worked goal. The first shot, initial shot from Billy and Tuli coming off the pads of Tane Bird. And Mustafa Kasim, regardless of the stick contact coming in, managing to flick the ball into the back of the net. 3 goals apiece, and we have just over 2 minutes to go.
Call it luck, call what you want, but those are the chances that you need to take. And Mustafa Kasim taking those chances beautifully. As under 21s now looking to perhaps get the lead back, with Josh having a dangerous pass, dangerous lifted pass I should say.
Interesting thing about that rule, Lilitha, is not many people know that that specific hit is not necessarily about the danger, but it actually says in the rule book that you may not intentionally lift a ball with a hit that is over the heads of players. It's not an overhit, it's not considered a skill. And that is the reason that that free hit has been given. Big side on the left-hand side. Great individual skill coming through on that left side by Lembete.
The SA men's just sensing a little bit of hunger within them as they feel like another goal can come, as Clinton Panther earns his team another penalty corner with some aerial skills, just running into the circle, and dangerous tackle is the Empire showing.
Clinton Panther with some wonderful 3D skills going in there, and Tevin Peterson coming in with a high risk, high reward tackle. Unfortunately taking the risk, losing the reward, and the breakdown tackle is a chance for the Olympics men to regain some momentum and take the lead in the first half of this day 3 CTM Showdown. But it's mistrapped. Spooner on the ball, a huge tackle coming in from Mvimbi, very important tackle for his team. Great effort from him. Spooner on the ball.
Less than 60 seconds to go, and Nick Spooner on the ball, and it's again Sam Mvimbi just doing defensive work for his team.
Mvimbi with the pressure on, but Spooner gets the ball across, just missed the stick of the waiting Mustafa Kasim. And we've got 40 seconds left to go in this first half rather. Not first checker, first half.
Just 30 minutes will almost have gone, and we've seen just 6 goals in it, and the U21s will go into this at halftime hopefully just keeping the score. And if I was the players playing, I would rather just want to slow down the play, as a huge overhead going to Terra Delore.
The calls coming from the bench, just letting the umpire know that that player was not 5 with the overhead coming down. Wonderful to seeing the coaches getting involved. Between the players. Lilitha, what a great first half.
What a great first half indeed, Jayson, as 6 goals coming into that 30 minutes. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, as we'll be back for the third checker. It is 3-3, the scoreline.
Where can you explore? Find new opportunities and your undiscovered potential. Do things you've never imagined. Learn more keenly, understand more clearly, know more confidently. Push yourself and your boundaries. Evolve and grow. Be a better, brighter version of yourself and exceed even your own expectations. Be greater than you were yesterday and soar. Where can you become more? Here at the Northwest University.
There's a part of all of us that believes we can do a little more, be a little better. A part of us that wants to explore, that feels an itch and decides to scratch it. A part that wants to find new adventures, make new friends, learn new tricks, that decides to zig when we've always zagged. that asks what can be done instead of talking about what can't. There's a part of us that wants to expand, to broaden our small horizons and find a bigger worldview, to push our boundaries, test our limits, and defeat our limitations. A part that's hungry to know, to understand, to find answers, that wants to think big and dig deep, to challenge and be challenged. There's a part of each of us that hopes to make a difference and to make things better, to right wrongs, to set records straight, and perhaps to set new records. There's a part of everyone that wants to evolve, to grow and progress, to try and try again, to turn small steps into giant leaps, and then climb even higher. And there's a part of all of us that's dissatisfied with what is and inspired by what could be, that dances with our imagination and exceeds our own expectations. There's a part of each of us that can be greater today than we were yesterday and strives to do that every day. A part of all of us that can become more. And it all begins here at the Northwest University.
And welcome back to it. We are just waiting until the third checker starts, and boy, Jayson is my commentator, co-commentator rather, and if you just joined us, we had 6 goals in 30 minutes.
Lilitha, I am your commentator, you are right. Absolutely right. First half, absolutely great hockey. It's been 6 goals, like you said. The SA Men's Olympic side against the SA Under-21 Junior World Cup side, both going for gold in this series. Of course, the SA Men's Olympic side winning the series so far 2 games to 0, but the Under-21's men seem to have said until this point and no more.
No more indeed, and they saw what was broken in the first 2 games, that they said, nope, we're going to fix it now, and these men have been pumped, ready from the first whistle until last as they enter now onto the NW Astro. What a sight we have here.
Absolutely beautiful day of hockey it is indeed, and just mentioning the NW Astro, what a beautiful facility that we've got here. 2 world-class Astros here at the Northwest University in Potchefstroom, and of course the Northwest University being one of our main sponsors for both of these teams on the field, the Olympics men in white and the Under-21s in black kit. If you're just joining us, a very warm welcome to all of you as we get the second half underway. Thank you very much to our sponsors of CTM South Africa, TK Sports South Africa, and of course the Northwest University itself. 3 goals apiece, and we have got 30 minutes to go in the CTM Showdown Day 3 here in Potchefstroom on this beautiful Saturday evening. Keenan Horn with the ball on this left-hand side for the team in white. And Austin Smith, a very experienced player in his own right, just unable to keep a hold of it.
Just unable to keep a hold of it is 2-time Olympian Austin Smith. And we had keeper changes on either side, where for the Under-21s is none other than Kyle Coker. He's onto the park, and for the men's side, we have Gowan Jones just entering once again.
And Spooner not happy with the decision. Shouting at Michelle, you bad, but the ball actually went his way, Lilitha.
He's also even saying that, hey, I got the ball and it's my ball, and the umpire is actually agreeing with him. Yeah, it is your ball.
Very rare occurrence that for a player to agree with an umpire. Opportunity for the SA21's side here. Guys Brown with a great tackle. Momia on that far side.
Trying to get the ball is Rustin Abrams, another of the newcomers onto the park, and he gets the ball out to Dane Kasim, but unable to keep the ball in play.
SA Olympic side with a bit of a mix between a half court and a 3/4 press here. Tevin Cock and Dane Kasim happy to take their time. And now the pressure is on for Mvimbi.
And pressure is well received as Nick Spooner thought he would get the free hit, but unfortunately the umpire says play on.
Spooner again in the middle there. Momia. Great ball into the middle, taking a touch off Rustin Abrams, hoping that one of his teammates would pick it up inside the circle, but off to the left-hand side of the goal box of the Under-21s.
Great initiative by CTM to have a preparation series just like this, as both teams looking to prepare for their respective tournaments, where the Under-21s are looking to go down to the AFCON and prepare, as well as for the Junior World Cup, as
Tevin Cock
passing it to Dane Kasim.
Dane Kasim straight into the stick of Guy Morgan. Trevor Delora on this left hand, or this right hand side rather.
Just as I had said, the senior men's are preparing for the Olympics, which is in a couple of weeks' time. And they face a heavy group in Pool B.
Absolutely, and it's great preparation for them against the under-21 men's side. And, Guy Morgan not happy with the decision made by the umpire. And interesting it would be, Lilitha. We are sitting fairly high above the players. We've seen a lot of things that maybe the umpires haven't seen or have seen and players haven't seen. It's been an interesting 2 days. Ooh, we have an issue here.
As we talk about interesting few days, there's been an injury that's happened, and
there's definitely going to be a card coming out here, Lilitha. I saw a flash of yellow there in Michelle Hubert's right hand. Not entirely sure what has happened.
It's definitely off the ball. And Jayson, these are the types of things both sets of players from the under-21s as well as the senior side, they need to look out for, because when they go into these tournaments, there's not only the umpires that are on the field, but there's also the video umpires that are also looking at this, and they need to realize in bigger tournaments they could get a card for that.
Absolutely, and not sure if it is because it is just a home-based series or if it's just a management tool from the umpire there, but we've got an opportunity. Mvimbi, the guilty party in that last infringement, looking to win his team back. Sherwood on the left-hand side here.
Gotta be.
It's an opportunity. Goal taken, or the shot taken rather. Peter Jarvis unable to catch much on it, and time being called once again here by Michelle Hubert.
It looks like it was Sam Mvimbi who went down there, clutching his head, but he's jogging out now, looking to be all right. And there's more of the players, and the more competitive it gets, Jayson, the more risk of injury is to come, and hopefully players aren't injured, especially at this stage of the game.
Absolutely, and definitely not before their respective tournaments are going to be coming up, Lilitha. They're not going to be happy with any injuries of their players coming through. It would have been very interesting to see any replays of these infringements as well. I'm not sure exactly what happened there between Mvimbi and Kasim, obviously being teammates as well. I can't imagine it would have been anything intentional, but good touch in for Ryan Julius. Ryan Julius with a reverse shot and put wide of the goal by Kyle Coker.
It's that brothers connection as Dane Kasim comes off, as he was just feeding it to his brother, and the brother just a deft touch for Ryan Julius. SA Men's looking to be real business right now as Billy Ntuli fighting for the ball.
And Billy Ntuli against three different players, managing to win himself a free hit just inside the 23. Plenty of numbers forward for the Olympics side. Players have to make sure that they are 5 here.
Here we see a card.
We are going to see a card here indeed. And Jacques now not happy with some of the off-the-ball pushing by the captain, Guy Morgan. He said there's been a little bit of off-the-ball infringements there, and I think we have seen that one coming for sure.
And indeed we have, and this is what I was talking about earlier on, and these players, they need to understand that when it comes to big tournaments such as your AFCONs, your Junior World Cups, they're going to need to just tone it down and make sure that their temper does not get the best out of them. Otherwise, we'll see more players getting cards.
100%, and it does look like there are 2 players off the field, one from each side, Lilitha. So for the next at least a minute and a half, both teams will be down to 10 men.
It's none other than the 2-time Olympian in Austin Smith. He's sitting next to the captain for the under-21s, Guy Morgan. And it's like I told you, these players need to understand that when they play in the next IPTs and in the next international tournaments that are to come, times like these are going to be very crucial. What do teams do when they've got players down?
Absolutely, both teams will definitely have tactics to manage the situation when that happens. So it will be interesting to see what happens next. Clinton Panther on the ball, back to Lembete. These are
the times, Jayson, where experience is needed. As the likes of Tim Drummond, Clinton Panther, they need to rally the troops now, even with players that are down, as Austin Smith looking to come back on.
Rustin Abrahams with a great ball across there, and none of his teammates able to pick it up.
Austin Smith, a journeyman, has played in leagues in Netherlands, in Germany, you name it. Once again, I told you he was involved in the Olympics 2008, 2012, and now looking to be involved in this year's Olympics as well, making the 3-time Olympian.
Lembete dispossessed. Marvin Simons on the break here. A free hit given to Cameron Leforestier. Great save by Gowan Jones on that stick.
There's a bit of off the ball, Jayson, as the SA men's players were talking to the umpire and saying that that wasn't where the ball was. And I think it is Matthew Guys Brown, the one that's going off. Seems to be a lot of drama that's happening in day 3.
Time just stopped there as the umpires have had a very quick discussion, but nothing coming of it. Nothing's changed. Marvin Simons on the ball on the left-hand side. Very quick hands from the Baloo boy. And a big tackle coming in, a breakdown tackle coming in. Michel Hubert not happy, stopping time, and we have a player off in the form of Cameron Leforestier, the goal scorer. And for the next 2 minutes again, under 21s will be down to 10 men, as we've got Cameron Bell on the sides. A space for Momia. Momia with the ball in. Great ball across, goal time! Billy and Thuli with a great under the shoulder hit towards the left-hand kicker of Carl Coker, and he brings his team up to 4 goals against 3.
Coach Sihle Thuli will be very disappointed at his team once again losing a player, and thus in that result conceding a goal. Any coach would be very, very, very concerned of his team, what they do out of position and in position, especially with the player down.
100% Lilitha. And I have to ask the question, do you think he's more upset that it was against his team or that it was his brother?
I told you there's no sibling rivalry in sport, Jayson. Rustin Abrams just giving it to Momia as Austin Smith driving forward.
Free hits given against the under-21s.
Daniel
Bell working hard to get to the ball and just not managing to keep it in.
And the SA under-21 started off well, started like a house on fire, goals after goals, and right now they're a player down, and my worry is that they're gonna just be losing confidence amongst each other slowly but surely.
Tevin Koch with a heavy tackle on Guy Morgan. Must be very careful not to earn himself a consecutive card for a breakdown tackle. And a call that you will not see often here, Lilitha. The under-21 attacker with the best position, Sam Mvimbi, to receive that overhead And because Austin Smith has come down, is not 5. It is considered a breakdown tackle inside the 23, and as a result, a penalty corner has been given. Austin Smith just questioning the decision, seems to understand why it was given, and that's not a decision that you see every day, Lilitha.
It's not a decision, but I don't know if you heard the cries coming out from U21 players. It's something that you can hear over the other side of the train tracks as Sam Mvimbi looking to eject the ball. Hopefully you're going to see either a goal on target.
The ball being mistrapped. The short corner is now effectively over. Shot from Tonda with a ball in, and a long corner as one.
Less than 4 minutes to play, and now the SA U21s are back to full complements of 11 players.
No urgency from Mapumulo to take that ball as the ball is driven in across the circle, but dispossessed just inside by the Olympics defense. Dian Kasim proven himself to be very dangerous in his last 2 days. And look how quickly the numbers came back for the under-21s. Lilitha, absolutely great defensive effort by them.
Great defensive indeed, and that was a good breakdown tackle. It was legal and made sure that his players had enough numbers back for that defense.
Tyson Glungwana with a great touch in by Dian Kasim, and they just couldn't find Tevin Cock on that penalty spot area.
SA Men's right now currently leading by 4-3, and making sure that they use these preparation series as Tevin Cock with a shot and a good save. But it's still not over. Rustin Abrams
up against 3 players in that baseline. Great overhead skill, or at least 3D skills. Some stick contact coming in, but it didn't look like it actually hit Abrams' stick. So the ball will go out for a restart on the 16 mark.
Restart indeed, and if you just joined us, a very good afternoon as wherever you're watching all over the world and all over the country, as temperatures are now starting to go further down in Potchefstroom, and this will probably impact more on the players as they head towards the other chukkers of the game.
Jared Campbell on that far side up against Momia. Some plenty stick contact coming in on the stick of Cameron Laforestier.
Keenan Horn on the ball now. Good work shown by the experienced Austin Smith as Daniel Bell racing on.
Daniel Bell dispossessed on the left-hand side. Zanani Cry. Plenty of contact in that circle on the left-hand side. Lilitha as well.
Plenty of contact indeed, as players are just making sure they're close to their defenders, just giving them a lot of pressure.
Panther with some great pace on that right-hand side. Able to beat Campbell. And the overhead given against the Olympic side. 30 seconds to go in the third chukka. It's been an absolutely electric game of hockey so far. The goals currently standing 4 goals for the Olympic men to the 3 of the Under-21 Junior World Cup side. One more opportunity, it seems, for the Olympic side as it goes out for a long corner.
And that's the kind of thing that I would hope that I wouldn't see as under-21s. With seconds remaining on the clock, I would have want them to see, you know, just go for broke and just try something and make sure that they push on forward as the time goes now, as we head into a break, and it is 4-3 in favor of the SA men's side.
Absolutely great game. If you are just joining us, make sure that you go and rewind and watch from the beginning, because you have missed out on a wonderful game of hockey. It's been absolutely fantastic. 7 goals in the first 45 minutes so far. And 15 minutes to go. It is anybody's game at this point. We've had a couple of cards. We've had a little bit of drama. The umpires are on top of this game. And both teams looking a lot more hungry than they did in the first game to prove their mettle against their counterparts. Of course, the under-21s playing in black, and the Olympic side playing in white today. Both teams being backed by our amazing sponsors, CTM South Africa, TK Hockey South Africa, and of course the Northwest University here in Potchefstroom. A wonderful game of hockey so far. Last 15 minutes to look forward to. Lilitha, what are you saying as the coach of the under-21 camp?
Oh, well, look, I'm saying that they must just keep their heads really up and just focus on the game. Just ignore all the external outcomes that are coming through, that are disrupting, and those are going to be very important coming into this next chaka. I'm looking to see more connections. I'm looking to see more positivity as they started off the first 2 chakas. And of course, these lads, we've seen that they can score goals. You've seen that they can actually go phase to phase, end to end stuff, on not only on attack but defense. So more from them that I want to see in this next final chaka.
Absolutely, and said final chaka is about to get underway. Last 5 minutes of this game. We have the SA men's Olympic side leading 4 goals to 3 against the SA under-21 Junior World Cup side, as Billy Ntuli starts us off. What's great to see, Lilitha, is that the accuracy of the passes in this game has been so much better than it has been in the last 2 games of the series. The ball pace has been fantastic. The hunger of the teams has been wonderful.
Oh, the hunger indeed, Jayson, as both teams using these series. And as I speak,
mistrap from Van Tonda. Clinton Panther
cheeky
with a goal in the first 30 seconds of the 4th chaka. Cheeky indeed.
I say cheeky because Clinton Panther, realizing that the keeper's coming, and he went towards his near post. And as a former goalkeeper, I've always been taught that you must make sure that you never ever leave your near post open.
Lilitha, both of us have been goals in our past, and I'm not sure we can tell an SA keeper what to do, but I'm inclined to agree with you. But a little mistrap by Fantonda. Clinton Panther making the most of the opportunity. A player like him with that much space in the circle, you cannot expect anything but a goal. And
indeed, you can't. And a player like him, you say so rightfully, as he's another of the senior players that have been to the Olympics before, and SA are really gonna need more of that, more of Clinton, more of Austin, more of Drummond, more of Rassie Peterson and Jethro.
Absolutely, some massive names in hockey in South Africa, as you've just mentioned. And one of them, Tim Drummond, on the ball, just giving it across there. Great touch by Spooner to
Wonderful
Daniel
touch.
Bell. Billy Ntuli. Great individual skill.
Little bit of show and go from Billy as Daniel Bell gets into the 23. Mustafa Kasim, can he do it?
Kasim!
Bet he can. Another goal by Mustafa Kasim, and SA Men's are just running riot right now.
Very powerful finish by Mustafa Kasim. You've heard us mention his brother in the Olympic side, Dayan, and the wonderful powerhouse they've been. What a great strike that was from Kasim, bringing his team up to 6 goals to 3. And the under-21 men's have their work cut out for them in this last 12 minutes of this chaka.
Mustafa Kasim, as rightfully you mentioned, still eligible to play for the SA under-21s, but Coach Springs says no, he's good enough for the senior men's, as the under-21s are looking to bounce back right now.
Absolutely, as you say, he is definitely good enough, and he's proved that a few times in the series. And some wonderful aerial skills there by the under-21 camp. And we seem to have a little bit of an injury here, and time is going to be stopped.
These games are really testing a lot of the players, as we've seen not once but so many times, players going down, and it's just also a good testament to the players that they're putting not only their skills into action, but everything's on the line for these players, as each and every single game they want to win those types of battles.
Daniel Bell is the player that has gone down, and he looks like he's walking very uncomfortably on that left knee. There was no contact that came in. It seems maybe he just misstepped. But he does not look comfortable, Lilitha. He's definitely going to want to come off the field just to make sure he gets some attention, and to make sure that he is ready, willing and able to play in that World Cup. We'll restart the game with a bully, as there was no free hit given just before the time was stopped. Very sportsmanlike play from the under-21 side, and they'll restart with an attack over here. Vimby across to Van Tonder.
SA Men's looking hungry, applying a lot of pressure, and of course Austin Smith showing some experience on his side, a man having more than 100 caps to his name.
Devin Peterson back to Mvimbi, across to Van Tonder. Olympic side putting a lot of pressure on this under-21 men's side, and it's worked off. Mustafa Kasim with a great ball. Billy Ntuli just unable to get on the end of it.
Good play shown by Jacques Van Tonder, just breaking down the play and making sure that the ball hits one of the striker's foot, thus resulting in an under-21. And they're going to need more of that, Jayson. They're going to need more players stepping up, especially heading towards the last closing stages of the game. They're heading into dangerous and unknown territory in their respective tournaments later on in the year.
Absolutely, here we go. Sherwood with an opportunity. Beating a few players, ball into the middle. And off the stick of Trevor Delora for a 16 restart by the Olympic side.
In times like these, this is where mental strength and mental awareness is tested, as the SA Men's are up by 3 goals, with the score being 6-3. And this is where now the under-21s need to show composure, need to show grit and determination to get back into the game.
Absolutely, with just over 10 minutes to go, it seems like a bit of an impossible task. But the way the under-21s have been playing, it doesn't seem like they care. They're up for it, they are willing, they are hungry. It seems like the ball has come off a black shirt stick here. Oh no, it hasn't. Rather a little bit of confusion here in the commentary box from my side.
And the 21 players
here
are
we go.
looking.
Dane Kasim with plenty of space in the circle. And one can't help but think he could have done a little bit more with that.
Could have done a little bit, very much more than that, but good defense shown by the under-21s. As you can hear from the SA men's side, just applying a half-court arrowhead tactic as Rustin Abrams gets the ball.
Tyson Glingwana to restart. Momia. Smith. The under-21s just seem to be waiting for the Olympics men's to come towards them. Here we go. Guy Morgan under pressure by Tevin Koch. Van Tonder to Sherwood. Sherwood with an overhead Just couldn't get on to the end of it. Cameron Leforestier, of course, scoring that wonderful goal in the first half. Just unable to get onto the end of Sherwood's overhead. Plenty of space for him in that circle.
I've been impressed with Sherwood. He shows that he's hungry. Even though his team is down by 3 goals, he's still determined, still looking to get more goals and help his team out in this situation.
Absolutely, and his name has come up a lot. Keenan Horn going down to ground, just being unable to control that driving ball across by Bell.
SA Under-21 still have AFCON to play for late the tournament, and then they also have the Junior World Cup, and Coach Sitlin Turi will use the rest of his squad. He's brought in more than 20 players for the series, and all of these players have looked to show and impress, especially since they are actually in camp right now, just like the SA men's.
Opportunity there for the Under-21 men's, not getting the result that they wanted particularly.
Ball across to nobody.
With the ball across. Keenan Horn with some space on the left-hand side. Diane Kasim.
3v1.
Clinton Panther in the middle once again. Panther over to Tevin Cock. And Tevin Cock going to ground with a final touch into the goal. Wonderful team goal.
Wonderful team goal, and as rightly as you said, and that was a good counter, and they saw from the far side it was a 2-man overload, and Clinton Panther unselfishly, he could have gone for his second, but he just sneaked it for the next player just to have another goal. 7-3 is the score. What a game we've had.
What a series it's been, Lilitha. We've just seen more and more goals coming through on this turf.
SA Under-21 men's looking to perhaps bounce back with Trevor on the ball.
Trevor Delora still on it. Taking on Rustin Abrams, getting it across him. Huge heavy tackle coming in.
Empire on the far side, Jacques Nel calling for short corner, but
and the umpire is just communicating there to make sure that the right decision has been made. And unfortunately, the short corner does not go the way of the Under-21's men's. And the play was restarted with a 16.
And that must hurt for a player, Jayson, knowing that the other umpire is calling for a short corner, but you know, on the other side, the umpire is saying no, it's actually a free hit for the opposition.
Absolutely, Lilitha, and of course they wouldn't have to worry about that too much, as in tournaments like the Junior World Cup and the Olympics, you will definitely have camera reviews. You will have the umpires set up with mics, and very little room for error coming in there. And but look, both umpires, world-class umpires. Michelle Hubert going herself to the Olympics. Plenty of experience in such tournaments herself. And Jacques Nel, a very successful umpire in his own right here in South Africa as well. As we get the ball across to Tyson Lingwana.
Speaking of experience, and you can just see the SA men's using their experience very well, using their structures, going through the phases from one side to the other, making passes left to right, as now with Tevin Cock giving the ball to Tyson, things are looking up.
Lingwana with the ball in. Diane Kasim looking to win his team something. Getting a free hit blown against him.
Less than 5 minutes left, and Jacques van Tonder just lifting the ball. And there's that man again.
Mvimbi across to Morgan. Back to Van Tonder on the other side of the field. Plenty of pressure being put on by Keenan Horn. And the ball being raised and dangerous by Mapumulo.
Austin Smith just giving it to his captain, Tim Drummond, and Mo Mir. These are the guys that you want going forward into any tournament, as the SA men's side has full of players that have been to major tournaments.
Spooner with the ball down to Billy and Thuli. Thuli to Cock. Cock with a little bit of an underpowered pass, attempting to find Spooner again, but managing to get himself a long corner. Lembete with the ball in, cut short by Van Donder.
Good piece of touch done by Nick Spooner, but to no one, as the under-21s hopefully looking to counter-attack before numbers go back for the SA men's side. Sam Vimby on the ball.
Umpire Jacques now telling off Kasim for not being 5. Brilliant Thuli with a wonderful intercept in the middle of the field. Has 2 players to beat. Has beaten one. Mustafa Kasim manages to get a shot off, but it is blocked. Brilliant Thuli with some wonderful pace, grabbing the ball back.
He's been excellent today.
Absolutely, he has. Lembete happy to build up again. Momia down to Spooner. Spooner to Mustafa Kasim. Heavy tackle.
Oh!
And a shout of frustration from Mustafa Kasim. He wants to have the shot. He wants that glory goal, but Jacques now has given a penalty corner against the SA men's under-21 side.
I don't blame him, as he was in the prime position. Could have let it go. Perhaps the Empire maybe play advantage, but no matter, as it's a penalty corner, looking for another goal. Can they get goal number 8?
Absolutely, and of course the umpires wanting to give the players the best advantage possible that they can in that kind of situation. And in Jacques Nell's opinion, that would be the penalty corner, and we will see if he is right.
Billy Thuli pushing out the ball.
And Thuli almost on the end of it again as it comes off Kyle Coker's pads. But opportunity for the under-21 men. And Vimby. Sherwood with space on the right-hand side. Sherwood still with the ball. Almost looked like it came off and the defender's foot there, but it has not. And Vimby with plenty of pressure. Heavy tackle coming in from the under-21s. And Michel Hubert teaching Sherwood some manners and making sure that he knows that she is in charge.
Jayson, here I thought it was going to be a card for a moment there, as Sam Vimby was almost walking, but I guess Sherwood managed to talk for his teammate out of that situation.
To be honest, Lilitha, I don't think entirely Vimby was in the wrong there. I think it was Sherwood with a tackle that came in wrong, and he wasn't happy with the decision. But we digress. Opportunity here for the SA under-21s men's. Great sliding tackle over there to deny the under-21s the opportunity to get into the circle. Orson Smith going to ground, getting the ball over that baseline. Morgan.
Seconds remaining as under-21s get the free hit over there. Has this been a game in day 3? Bring on day 4.
Absolutely, a little bit of contact there from Billy and Thuli, but seemed to be a little bit of a dive from Tevin Peterson. And just under 25 seconds to go in the last half of this game. And the Olympics men happy to play the ball around, just keep it on drag time down.
I don't think there'll be seconds now as the game is over. And what a day we've had of hockey. Full-time score 7-3 with the SA Men's again 3-0 to the series. And we're looking into day 4. But wow, Jayson, what a game we've had.
Absolute cracker of a game and a cracker of a series as well that we've had, Lilitha. Both teams are very, very hungry today. And the SA Men have Olympic side have come out victorious, beating their under-21 counterparts 7 goals to 3. An absolutely fantastic game of hockey we've had, and plenty more exciting action to look forward to tomorrow. If you've missed out on the series, make sure that you go and check out Squared Sports and go look on the South African Hockey Association's Facebook page to catch all the hard-hitting action that we've had in the last 3 days. We've got the last day of the 4-day series of the SA Men's Olympic side against the under-21 side. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock here at the Northwest University Astro in Potchefstroom. Lilitha, as always, a pleasure to commentate with you. We will see you all tomorrow evening.